High pressure has been on the menu for us the last couple of days. That starts to move out, and we're going to start to see a change. In fact, two changes. Number one, we're going to have some clouds thickening up later today and some showers and thunderstorms on the table as well. That'll be later on tonight. Secondly, it's about that heat wave, and we're going to focus on that coming up in just a second. 60, we're warmed up into Milwaukee. 50s for West Bend and Waukesha. This time yesterday, we were in the 40s for you folks. So the muggy air is slowly trying to at least trickle in, and we're really going to get muggy, I think, later on this weekend. 70s for much of today. We do not have a lake breeze forecasted today, more of a west to southwest wind, and it becomes gusty, and that's what really is going to propel that warm up and bring those 80s and 90s into our area. High pressure moves out. Here comes that weak cold front, and again, it's more of a wind direction change line and a weak disturbance aloft that's going to generate a couple of these showers and thunderstorms already taking place in central and northern portions of Wisconsin. This will slide in later on tonight. You can see the development of some of these showers and thunderstorms. Nothing major, maybe some stronger storms up towards Green Bay, maybe Sheboygan. You might see some small hail and some gusty winds, but overall just a few lightning strikes and maybe a little bit of rain. Clouds move in on and off tomorrow, and then we turn our attention to the heat. Cool air locked up to our west and northwest. That big upper level ridge lets the 80s and 90s move in. We're talking about humidity. Again, highs in the 80s and 90s, and no records right now are expected, but you can see the records all in the 90s. Forecast high on Saturday, 89, 91 on Sunday. The record, probably the closest we'll get to a record would be Sunday. If we can get up in the mid-90s, we'll be flirting with that record. 90 then on Monday, and 89 by the time we get to Tuesday. Last year's first 90-degree high, a year ago on Saturday, that might be our first 90-degree high in 2017. We didn't have any in 2014, and our first one back in 2012, which was one of our warmer years here in Milwaukee. That was early on. 70s for your Thursday and Friday, and then we're going into the 80s and 90s. We have a stronger southwest flow developing. All that cool air is out to the west and far up into the northeastern corner of the United States. So that's going to allow all that warm Gulf air to move in. We're talking about, again, dew points in the 60s and 70s. So heat indices from Saturday through Tuesday, it'll feel more like the mid and upper 90s instead of those upper 80s and lower 90s. So again, stay hydrated. If you don't have to be outside, don't spend a lot of time outside. 84 by the time we get to Wednesday. So there is a weak front punching in Tuesday night and Wednesday. That might kick up some showers and thunderstorms, but not a big cool off here. We're going to stay pretty warm heading into next week.
All right, thanks, Chris.